He's glad that he did. You see that it's going to be now the reply of the Napa Royal Kings on two men that have been instrumental for them. Ikram Mohammed, who did very well behind the stumps, now has to do it with the bat in hand. And Seran Ahmed, who is the leading run scorer in the series, the left-hander. And if he gets going, we know it could be curtains pretty well. Hey, listen, I bet you Seran Ahmed was hoping that he was playing on the days that we had the strong wind, because, as we know, it really did suit the left-handers very well indeed. Hello to everybody in the chat. Great to have you here with us. And, of course, I know that you're all very happy that I've got some company here as well in the form of Mr. Maximo. It's good to have him back as well. And speak of the devil, here he is in his lovely red suit and his yellow shoes, and bringing a splash of colour back into the equation. Good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. And let's get cracking. 104 for victory for Napa Royal Kings. I see I've brought a few different species of bugs with me back into the commentary box. I know that's kind of been the story here so far as well, as Ikram Mohammed just manages the first run for NRK. It'll be a leg by. Sulahri's opening the bowling. But, yeah, Cyprus is a really unique place. I've got to admit, I've only been here, I think now it's 6 hours since my plane landed. I arrived at 3:30 a.m. Now it's 9:30 a.m. local time. But I've already gotten stuck into some of the Cypriot cheeses already at breakfast. So I'm going to make up for lost time while I'm here.
Yeah, I was mentioning the cheeses the other day, saying that for all the good food that there is here, that the cheese is sensational. And I must admit, last night, had some halloumi as well. I love the halloumi here.
Yeah, halloumi's very good.
It's special. And
you get saganaki as well sometimes. It's squeaky cheese.
I actually went to your favourite place. You know what I'm talking about.
The nut shop.
Been to the nut shop. I wasn't thinking about the nut shop. And that's nothing saucy, people, if you're thinking naughty. I think this is just down the leg side. I think this is pitching and hitting outside leg. Let's watch again. Yeah, that's not out.
You're right. It pitches outside. It hits him outside. And it's probably going to miss leg stump. So it's 3 greens for me. So not the nut shop.
So not the nut shop. Come on.
Ocean basket.
There you go. There you go. I know you love it there. You get a good feed there, don't you?
With only 2 dinners, I've got a bit of a Sophie's Choice situation coming up, but I'm going to probably try and hit all of them. Good swing. Well, this right on cue. This one doesn't swing at all. For Sulahri down the leg side for a wide. So a couple of runs through extras so far. Yeah, Ocean Basket. There's also one in Malta where we went.
Yeah,
something about the islands and Ocean Basket. It's very good. Well, this time he goes leg side, and this will be the first boundary of the innings. And this is a guy, there's a lot of hype about him. Seran Ahmed is the leading run scorer in this competition. And yet, not too many dramas for him here. Just a nice, easy, free swing of the bat, and a big gap there on the leg side. 4 runs.
Yeah, he is the leading run scorer, and he started the day with 401 runs. And he's looking to, pile on some more in this one.
This one doesn't swing either. You know, we often talk about the fact that Group B teams maybe have a bit of an advantage as long as they don't have injury issues, the fact they've been playing more recent cricket, whereas Napa Royal Kings haven't played for a few days. Having said that, I think with that schedule with the extra matches they had to play, they could probably use a few days break. I don't think it hurts them too much. But at this stage, it's anyone's game, isn't it? Because all the 8 teams in a similar position. This one is going. And this is the issue. Some are swinging, some aren't. I like that little wide signal. A little bit of the flying eagle about that from the umpire.
The signalling from the umpires has been funky. I like it. The wides and the sixes, they all have their little own unique way.
Oh, he's knocked him over, and Sulahri gets his man in the end, so it won't be a miracle for Seran Ahmed in the quarter-final. That is a good delivery. He's been all over the shop, really. Couldn't hit a barn door. Some were swinging, some weren't, but sometimes that works for you as well. That one was picture perfect, 8 for 1.
Oh, what a delivery. It is right on the minute. They know how much that means. That is a huge wicket. And he just does him with the flight. It's a slower delivery, but he's pitched right up. Sulahri gets it on the money. So look, just there, he gets himself into position, but he basically ends up yorking himself.
Yeah, so it's the length as well. It's full up, but it's not quite a full toss. You know, it's fuller than I think we saw the NRK bowlers bowling in the first innings. And it's a good seed. Probably not the greatest shot either. But, I mean, he backs himself to hit it, doesn't he? He doesn't want to get his pads in the way and maybe be an LBW candidate. So Seran has to go early. And that one really I think swings this game back into the balance.
Massive wicket. Seven Ahmed has really led the way from the Napa Royal Kings. When they've got victories, he's scored runs, he's gone big. That puts a lot of pressure now on somebody like Ikram Ahmed. And then the new batter that comes out is Ali Khan.
So last ball, the first over coming up. That's such a confidence booster. Yeah, Sulahri had been getting some to swing and some weren't swing. So even though that one doesn't do a lot, I think the batter probably plays for a bit of swing. And that's why I think it gets him through the gate.
Yeah, it's difficult for a batter as well, though, isn't it? Wide one side, wide the other side. It doesn't know where the next one's going.
Yeah.
Well, the next one was perfect.
Here's Ali Khan facing the music. Again, that one hoops into the pads. Going down the leg side. End of a very entertaining first over and a good first over. A successful first over for Sulahri. It is 8 for 1 after 1.
Yeah, important. And Sulahri, Awais Sulahri, remember
Just
when he was
south
out
of
there?
Moderate. But certainly is defendable if you bowl and field well. Time for a new over to begin. And it's going to be an uppercut. And I think this will beat the field to the boundary. That goal's been busy. But, yeah, it looks like they have gone for Awais Sulahri again to bowl out. But just a little bit of length and cashed in by Ikram Mohammed.
Yeah, he plays this shot really well, Ikram Mohammed. One thing he's able, you'll see a lot of this, he's able to, he doesn't sort of stroke the ball into those areas. He sort of pushes it into the area. He's got the knack of playing that shot, plays it really well.
And he's knocked over, so it's 4 and out. Sulahri does the trick again. Like I said, he's like one of those carnival games. He's all over the shop at the moment, but when he's on target, he's been effective, and so it's going to be a boundary and then immediately followed by a wicket. Napa Royal Kings lose Ikram for 5. It's 35 for 2.
Well, it's that swing again. It's a beautiful delivery. And Ikram, he thinks he's going to be wide outside the off. He wants to go for it, and he misses it. The ball comes back a long way. Just have a look at the swing on this delivery. Just watch this. You don't really appreciate it so much from that angle, but when we watch it from the other way, watch how much the ball does here.
Yeah, and he hits the seam, I think, and comes in a bit off the pitch as well. But that's been the unpredictable thing about Awais in this innings, is that sometimes they've swung and sometimes they haven't. So it gets pretty hard to play. I think, probably have to be respecting a ball that's pitched around there. It looks great if you hit it in the middle, but he didn't. Sarpreet Singh comes out and gets a wide first ball. It's straight over the tram line.
Yeah, Sarpreet Singh. Now watch out for this guy. I'm telling you now, if he's out there for, I don't know, I'm going to say 15 deliveries, they're winning the match because he hits the ball sensationally well. He is a tremendous hitter.
Yeah, he hit 9 sixes during the group stages. Just dabs this one around the corner. Not sure there's any bat on it. It's going to be called a leg by.
There were times when Sarpreet and Gundeep Singh really, when the top order failed, had to come together. And a couple of occasions, they were the men that were able to either get the runs on the ball for their side to give them something to bowl at or get victory. So they've still got some batting, but they need a partnership here.
They sure do. And anyway, this one is lifted up and away over the leg side. Maximo! Ali Khan has played this shot really well so far. And look, when you're chasing this kind of 100 to 105, if you get one batter up and going early, it just makes the task a lot easier. That one went miles over the boundary.
Yeah, well, the Birds were under attack. A little bit of grisly action there as this ball is sailing. Well, the Birds, well, they're up there flying around. They're flying high today. Well, they need to be careful because so are these grizzly balls.
Now he watches a wide. This one doesn't really come back. So, yeah, it's decision-making as well. And sure, if you're going to go for it, you go for it. But you don't have to go for absolutely everything. And that's why Awais has been effective. Even that one, it's a wide, but it has the batter thinking, hold on, that one didn't swing, and some are swinging. So when I get one that's on target, what line am I playing? This one is sliced away, hangs in the air a while. It's pretty good fielding, actually, because it really raced on that first bounce. But I think it's well handled down there by Zishan Ahmed, who's having an interesting game. Just a single.
Yeah, it does well. You have to watch the spin on it, and he does. Stops it getting past him.
A few running repairs for Ali Khan. Just getting his helmet fixed by the umpire. Last ball of power play. It's been a good one for the Napa Royal Kings.
Oh, dear.
No, and that's another one that's going to run away. And he's been his own worst enemy, hasn't he? Because remember, we're still in the power play, so you can only have 2 outfielders. They've got to find third man. Maybe a fine leg stops that, but yeah, that kind of says it all. Rasab Sher no body language expert, but I think he's disappointed. And that brings up the 50, and we're still not out of the power play.
Yeah, that is a Gundy delivery, isn't it, for all the good work that he's done.
Now, pops and runs, and they'll get there. So, I mean, 17 and over in the power play. They're in the box seat, aren't they? It is 51 for 2 after 3.
Yeah, 2 wickets have gone.